It wasn't many moons ago when Donald Trump used to come out talking about draining the swamp, right? And it's the same story with him. Most of the time, he's just projected. Most of the time, he just knows people's thumb screw. He knows how to twist and turn. He knows what you really feel and what you're thinking. He knows how to grift. He knows how to pander. And anyway, I remember when he was saying drain the swamp and this, that, and the third. And I knew that some MAGA people, actually, I'm not even making this up, they still think that because he's a rich billionaire who also schemes and scams and does all the nasty things all the other billionaires do, they figured, oh, now that he's promising us he's going to drain the swamp, he knows exactly where to look. He knows exactly where to be. And I always thought, hey, buddy, he's just taking advantage of the fact that you're not in the room. He's telling you, hey, I'm in the room, right? I know what's going on in there. And if you vote me in to have power over all these other people in the room, I'll fix everything. Well, in reality, but he's just gonna enrich himself, right? And then he had another social contract with the billionaires. And low key, I'm not gonna deep this too much. That contract, he had broke that contract a few times. If you know Donald Trump, if you're from up northeast, I don't want to get into this. I've done this 1,000 times. You kind of know how they looked at him, right? Even just the smallest thing, like him wanting to buy football teams, you knew he had broke a lot of social contracts then, and he needed to go from being rich to powerful because that was the only way he was going to maintain his riches, right, compared to other billionaires. But anyway, the thing though about the rich people, so he already scammed the working class, right? Because he knows the thumb screw. He knows what they really feel. He knows what they really hate inside, and he can use that, as a way to get them galvanized. So he made a promise with them. When I get in, I'm gonna drain the swamp. The rich people, he knew, okay, I'm gonna use the poor people to get empowered. Okay, you following me? To get empowered so I can have dominion over you. Right? And then the rich people and the other powerful were like, this is a nutcase, especially after his first term. And he was doing things that rightfully so. I don't care. That's why the poor people still don't get it. You don't think he should have been prosecuted for. Shout out to Brazil. So he kept doing things, especially after his first term, or during his first term, I should say, that the rich people were like, oh, this ninja's out of his mind. But they didn't follow through with it. The rich, powerful elites, our politicians, Democrats and Republicans, because they trusted, this is so crazy, this is like a Ponzi scheme. They trusted the working class. Even the people right now that's MAGA, that's Republicans. I'm telling you, even the people up here that are bound down to him, they trusted the American people to denounce him. They figured the American people would never put him back in power again. They wouldn't do that, right? Because they wanted to keep up that veil of, okay, we don't have to send any, former president to jail for 30 years. We don't have to do this. We don't have to do that. We don't have to be too aggressive. Biden too. Blame Biden and them for this. Blame the special prosecutor. We don't have to. Let's take it light. They were putting pressure on him to get him to chill. But the thing about Trump, and this is why, I always tell people, I can dislike somebody, but that don't make me dumb about them. I know what their superpowers are. I know what their weaknesses are. A lot of y'all think I be talking about, bro, and I don't know how capable he is, how dangerous he is, right? Right? And how cunning he can be. So you get a bunch of rich people and powerful people who think the working class is they won't. They won't. And Donald Trump's thing is he always follows through. That's why I've been talking about his mortality a lot lately, because he knows to the death he's going to keep up this facade. He's going to keep strong arming. He's going to never take the L. Shout out to his mentor, Roy Cohen or whatever. Boy, you learned good. So now, as you see in the background behind me after 4 minutes, you probably know what I'm referencing. After he got in power, put his loyalists in the Department of Justice, and the rich people let him rock. The powerful people let him rock. The poor people got again. He's now going to take $230 million from the working class, from the taxes, to enrich himself and get donated to charity. My ass. Look up his charity history. And now, poor people, working class, We're yanked out of money, and the rich, powerful people are now realizing, hey, buddy beat us at this chess game. Yeah, America, bro. And I don't know what's going to happen. Let me give you a slither of hope. After all of this is said and done, because one day we'll all be said and done, they're going to overcompensate, but they're always going to overcompensate for because I'm gonna word this in a way where it's class inclusive, if that makes sense, right? Or it's class conscious, where it's not just gonna only be about like, children of immigrants, minorities who get rich and powerful that may want to play the game. It's also even gonna be people of the working class that weren't from money like he was. You see it nowadays, people running for office, and I'm out of here after this, I swear. You see people nowadays like that gentleman, Graham Planter, I'm saying certain things that he said, and they didn't like it. Now they double down, and I'm saying you can't. But when it's him, he said whatever he wanted to say. So after all this is said and done, they're just gonna double down on everyone else after he had all the fun. Okay, good talk.